Welcome to episode 4 of the Ian Luebbers journey. I just got back from a killer dance practice. I'm feeling very, very good. I feel like I'm hitting my stride coming into the crucial weeks that are leading into the championship. And so I'm feeling good, feeling very good. And I want to talk about today the idea of rest. And this is something that I personally have had an interesting relationship with. And if any of you consider yourself top performers or ambitious people, I think this will resonate with you. And when I have a goal, when I have an ambition, in this case, growing my business and preparing for the World Championships, I typically go all in. I go to war. In a real sense, I devote all of my resources, all of my mental, physical, emotional resources at these pinpoint targets. And it's really easy for me to forget that I actually need to rest. And over the past year, actually a little bit longer than a year, I've been through a lot of very stressful times. I'll tell the full story at some point, but at times I was incredibly, incredibly stressed. And I just recently hit a point where the stress just evaporated completely. And what I did was I tried to dive right back into my normal ambition of just executing on these goals. And my body kind of shut down. I've been sleeping for about 10 hours. If I just sleep naturally and wake up without an alarm clock, I sleep for about 10 hours, and I sometimes still take naps. And it's interesting because it's sort of my body's reminder that you need to rest. There's always a need for good time off. And if you don't take time off in the right proportions, as I've found repeatedly, you will pay the price. There's always a price for burning the midnight oil without paying it back. And that's something that I'm investigating more and more. And I find myself getting really, really frustrated, like extremely frustrated, because I set these plans, these weekly agendas that I'm extremely excited about. At the end of them, they have these goals that I've been looking forward to. And then I just sleep. I just fall asleep. In the middle of the day, when I'm meditating, for example, I'm especially prone to falling asleep. Or when I do high-value, high-intensity work, like a sales call or a call with a client or writing copy or something like that, I just get knocked out. And the context in which I've been wrapping this, the lesson that I've been reminding myself is there's a time for rest. And it's hard to internalize sometimes when you're in go, go, go mode. But there's a time where you're not meant to achieve a lot. Maybe you're not meant to achieve anything. Your body needs this time to recover so that you can then go on to max out your capabilities and achieve whatever it is that you ultimately want to achieve. And this is the context that I'm wrapping all of this in. So that's an interesting lesson, something that's been really hard for me to learn, but it's really being pounded home this time, is your body needs rest. And this applies to, as well, even if I break it down to the micro level, my work days. Meaning, it's easy for me to just go, go, go from 9 a.m. when I start working to 4 p.m. when I wrap up the day. It's super easy for me to forget to take breaks. And this is more insidious because everybody, there's a point where your brain just says, okay, we need to stop. And it's hard to keep going past that. But there's a more insidious problem here that I've realized, which is if in those breaks you do something like check email, if I check my email or I go on Facebook or something, it's not really a good break. It's not really a good rest your brain is still activated. And the best rest I've found for me personally is just like laying down for 5 minutes or taking a walk or doing something where I can switch my brain off, or even like watching a video on YouTube is okay, but even that activates some part of your brain. And for me personally, I like it to be binary. I'm either working or I'm off. And this is easily the most important lesson that I've learned lately. All right, take care, guys.